And Schefter, I'm sure people are asking you everywhere you go, as they are me, what does this mean for the National Football League? What can you tell us is the impact of these latest positive tests?
Well, I would say this, Greeny, that the Titans-Bills game this Sunday is in jeopardy. The Patriots-Broncos game on Sunday is in jeopardy. But the NFL world is not collapsing, despite the fact that everybody is up in arms over all these tests. And first and foremost is the health and safety of the players, the coaches, and the people involved who go into these buildings all the time that are now shut down in New England and in Tennessee. The Patriots did not get any positive tests overnight. That's an encouraging sign. They are not at work today in the building. They are doing their work virtually. It won't be a surprise if they do the same thing tomorrow. And if they're doing virtual work on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I ask you, how can they play a game on Sunday when the Denver Broncos have been practicing all week in person and the Patriots haven't? I'll leave that to the NFL to figure out. In regards to the Tennessee Titans, they had one positive test yesterday, another one that was inconclusive, and so we're waiting to hear the latest on the Titans and whether they can get back in a building that they have not been in over a week right now, while the Buffalo Bills are preparing to play a game on Sunday. If there are no more positive tests in Tennessee, we'll see what the league decides, but I think those two games for this weekend, as we stand right now, are very much in jeopardy.
Let me focus in on Tennessee for a moment because, as I believe most of our fans will probably know, their bye week is already spoken for. Because their game was canceled or postponed last week, the week that was scheduled to be their bye is now already filled. So with that thought in mind, what might be the next step for the NFL here if they can't play this weekend?
The NFL has gone over a number of alternative scenarios, and in a season of COVID, it very well may be forced to resort to one of those. And one of those that's come up, Greeny, is that the playoffs won't be based on a number of wins, as it has been every year that the NFL has existed. It could just simply be that it's based on win percentage, that if the Tennessee Titans go 10-3 this year, or whatever their record is, if their win percentage is better, they go to the playoffs. Again, it is not an ideal scenario, but we are not living in an ideal time where everything works out the way you'd like it to. And so let's see if they could play that game. Let's see how it figures out. Let's see if the NFL can collapse a week later on. Again, all options are on the table, the NFL says. They're going over all of them as we speak, and we'll ultimately see what they decide to do. But I think that in the end, with some of these positive tests, some of these facilities shutting down, some of these games being in jeopardy, and we're just now entering week 5 tonight, it may well be that the league has no choice but to make the playoffs based on win percentage.
To be clear, that means not everybody playing the same number of games. Schefter, stay close by because I want to bring the players in here to this conversation. We say good morning to Louis Riddick and Dominique Foxworth and Damian Woody. And this was not what we had planned, but just based on what Schefter just said, D. Wood, let me start with you on this question. He just said, if the Patriots don't get to practice the entire week, essentially, if they're virtual Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and the Broncos have been practicing all week, reasonably speaking, and you're a longtime former player, could they play that game this Sunday?
I don't think it's right. I don't think it's right if you're not able to be in the building, on the practice field, and expect the New England Patriots to go out there and go and play a game. I mean, we're talking about players. First of all, players are creatures of habit. We're used to a particular schedule. We know that Wednesdays are like your heaviest days. You go out there, you install your run game and all these different things. And, that takes practice. And then Thursday is, your kind of red zone and, 2-minute type of things. And then Friday is perfect Friday. So you're not in the building for any of that. It is hard to practice or replicate any of that if you're not together with the guys to go over blitz packages and personnel groupings and all the things that come with getting ready for a game. I just think that if the NFL is asking the New England Patriots to go out there and play a game, boy, that is a huge undertaking.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.